Hi, my name's Michael and I want to tell you a story. It's a story that really proves once and for all that creativity has got literally nothing to do with art or the arts, that creativity actually sits at a higher level of human experience over art and technology and science and business and all those things. It's 1949. We're in Montana in the USA. Wag Dodge, brilliantly named, is leading his troop of intrepid firefighters to tackle a wildfire in the middle of nowhere in the Helena National Forest. It's tinderbox conditions, right? Something that we're getting all too familiar with these days. And suddenly, Wag Dodge realizes that his men are trapped. They're at the base of a hill leading up to the Man Gulch Ridge. And there's a wall of fire coming towards them. Of course, he and his men, they start walking at speed, then running, and then they're throwing their equipment to the ground and just running for their lives. But Wag Dodge realized that they're not going to outrun the fire. It's moving too fast, it's too powerful, it's too big. So what can they do? Take a moment to think, what would you do if you're running up a hill, being pursued by a giant wall of flames? How could you possibly save yourself? At that moment, Wag Dodge had one of the greatest ideas in the history of humankind, one of the most creative ideas in the history of humankind, to rival any of the best ideas of Einstein and Leonardo. He lit a fire. In a moment of incredible clarity and genius, he realized that fire needs fuel to burn, and if there was no fuel, there could be no fire. He took out a match, he looked up the hill in front of him, and he lit the ground. He lit the grass in front of him. Very quickly, the grass completely burned away. He then leapt onto that patch of ground with a handkerchief to his face, and the wall of flames just swept past him, leaving him completely untouched. Two of his men got really lucky. They managed to escape through a crack that they found in the valley. The rest of his men, 13 of them, were killed. That is creativity. Simply coming up with an idea that works, that's effective, and that no one's really thought about before. You know, creativity can result in a great work of art or a fantastic piece of technology, but it can also be a brilliant decision that you take. For me, the Wag Dodge story is a beautiful metaphor. I'm really trying to help people and organizations to light their own fires. You know, it might seem overdramatic, but I think it's true to say that many of the problems that you do have are like a wall of flames coming towards you, and you've got to act with urgency to think of an idea that can overcome that problem. You know, the great American architect Frank Lloyd Wright said, "An idea is salvation by imagination." For me, that captures the importance of creativity. It's not just a nice thing to have. It's not like a luxury or even like a vitamin, which would be good for you. It's a pill. You absolutely need it in this day and age. And what I'm trying to do is to help people to understand, firstly, what creativity really is, and secondly, exactly how to go about becoming more creative, personally, organizationally.